Yeah, I mean, me and PRhyme vibe instantly, you know what I mean? Because we got like a 10+ year relationship, friendship, you know what I mean? So every time we get in the studio, it's easy work. It's not even work. It don't even feel like work, you know what I mean? So it's as simple as him playing a beat, him saying, yo, I was messing with this sample right here, what you think of it? And he'll play the beat and I instantly just start writing. It's that simple when we get together.
Herzlich willkommen auf hiphop.de, wir sind auf dem Openair Frauenfeld Festival, mein Name ist Aria und ich chill hier mit keinem geringeren als Royce-Soloalbum und DJ Premier, zwei Legenden kann man so sagen. Man, how was the performance?
It was good, a lot of energy. Always have a good time performing here in Switzerland, always have a great time.
Yeah. I can imagine, man. You two have a lot of fun on stage because it's like the traditional thing, a rapper and a top DJ just kicking it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the traditional elements of putting on a hip-hop show, you know, and that's, it's fun to perform. Royce and I love to perform. That's part of our element. Besides making the records, the live performances, when you show that you're more than just a record. You're not manufactured, you know.
In what way is that different for you as a rapper? Because, you know, a lot of rappers nowadays, they come on stage, they have a lot of this and that around them, light shows and everything. In what way is that different to you, just being on stage with a classic DJ who knows his stuff?
Well, I mean, it gives you an incentive to work a little bit harder. You know, you don't have a lot of like the stage props and glitz and glamour, and everything. It allows the crowd to only have to pay attention to the beats and the rhymes in the performance. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in that way, I like it better than any of the other kinds of shows that I do when it's just about the turntables, the DJ, and the MC, and that's kind of like the element that we're trying to bring across with the PRhyme shows.
Yeah, and it came through, man.
Yeah.
How did you two find together for the album, first and foremost, man? How did you
Started
get in
out
contact?
with Adrian Young, who's also a dope artist in his own right. The idea came to have me produce an entire album with only Adrian Young's music to sample. So he gave me all of his catalog, and I went through stuff that just sounded like I could manipulate into a Premiere pattern. Gave it to Royce, and he wrote it to the concept of the vibes of the tracks, and then all of a sudden you had PRhyme. It was a beautiful thing.
What was the atmosphere in the studio? Did you have, what is kind of different? Because I mean, it certainly is different working with DJ Premier and everybody else. Like, he's one of those people that I imagine, get in the studio with, and there's a vibe suddenly going around.
Yeah, I mean, me and PRhyme vibe instantly, you know what I mean? Because we got like a 10+ year relationship, friendship, you know what I mean? So every time we get in the studio, it's easy work. It's not even work. It don't even feel like work, you know what I mean? So it's as simple as him playing a beat, him saying, yo, I was messing with this sample right here, what you think of it? And he'll play the beat and I instantly just start writing. It's that simple when we get together.
I mean, we have a top producer here and we have a top class lyricist, MC here. Did it ever happen that you heard a beat and you was like, can we maybe change that up? Because I can't really think of a time that happened. There was one time, and it ended up being one of the best songs on the album, You Should Know. Because he did it early on in the process, he did that beat and I wrote the first verse, and I did that thing the rappers do where the ending of the verse sounded like the end of the song to me. Okay.
So I automatically couldn't think of a second verse because it sounded like it should end there.
Yeah.
So I sent it back to PRhyme and was like, yo, this is all I can come up with to this one. What you think, man? Maybe we need to just put it to the side for now and just move on to something else. And he was like, yeah, we'll put it to the side, move on to something else. Maybe we'll use it as a skit.
Okay.
And it ended up being used as that. But that was the only time he's ever sent me a beat. And I've been, you know, and I didn't send him back something with like 50 verses on it, you know what I mean?
Has it ever happened that you've been trying to tell him, like, yo, you should maybe change that verse, or you should maybe like put that word instead of that word? Why did you rhyme this to that?
There's times in the past where he might want to touch it up a little bit.
Okay.
And, you know, say, let me fix this line, let me fix that line. And I'll be so married to the emotion that he put down, because it was literally put down that one time. I'll say, let's keep it, or if it's to where he really, really wants to change, we'll change, but we'll both give each other opinions. You know, so but that's a natural part of the process of recording. So yeah, we both do it with each other, and at the end of the day, perfect layout for the people that understand what we do, and that's what we do it for.
Yeah, that's dope. I remember you a couple of years ago when you were recording with Eminem, the Bad Meets Evil thing. You said, man, lyricism is coming back. Lyricism is coming back in rap, and don't worry, people, it's gonna come back again with people like Nicki Minaj and everybody coming back. What do you think now, a couple of years later, especially with guys like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar coming through very big in the recent years?
Yeah, I think it's in a better place than it's been in quite some time.
Yeah.
I think I was right. I was right when I said that. You know, Kendrick's album is a masterpiece. You know, J. Cole's album, these albums are like high-level lyricism on a commercial platform, and that's all. That's all, you know, we pretty much asked for. I don't have any problem with like commercial lyricism. I was doing an interview earlier, and the young lady said she quoted me in an interview as me saying, "I get sad with all the commercial rap." And I was like, yo, that couldn't be further from the truth. It's like I don't get sad from commercial rap. Commercial rap is great. When it's done by a lyricist, it's the best thing for hip hop, for it to be commercial. Because when you talk about commercial, you're talking about the music reaching as many people as possible. So you want it to be commercial. You want to have your underground stuff and you want to have your commercial stuff. When it's commercial on that high of a level, at least let's have it be somebody who can rap.
Yeah.
At least have it be somebody who's not going to take intelligence away from my child when they're listening to it. Somebody who's they're going to lose brain cells listening to it. And I also told her, I'm not one of those kinds of artists, you know, just because I've been around for a while, who complains about the state. Like, I'm not going to complain about shit. All I can do is do my part, you know what I'm saying? And try to provide that balance. You know, that's all I can do. That's all everybody can do is their part. The worst thing you can be is the rapper sitting around complaining about the state of everything and not doing shit about it. You know what I'm saying? So I got my opinion on certain things. I like a lot of artists who some people don't like. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, the only thing I can do myself as an artist is try to provide the balance and try to pick up the slack where I think certain people are slacking when it comes to lyricism.
And he was speaking of Kendrick Lamar's album. I mean, a lot of people talked about the lyrical power of that album, but me listening to it, I thought musically it was just as good. Maybe one thing that maybe just missed from, I mean, it's almost perfect, but maybe one thing I was missing was Primo drums on that.
Yeah, I gave him a couple of tracks that he said he was going to work on, but he never got them finished. But there's still time. Maybe next one, maybe the one after it. But I'm happy with where he's taking everything, and he's not afraid to be his own style, own lane. Sounds like no one. His albums are structured, you know, almost like a book. You know what I'm saying? A good book. So, you know, I'm really loving the threshold he's pushing with the agenda of the culture, you know. So shout out to the whole TDE, man.
What do you think from a producer standpoint when you listen to an album like that, which is completely different from everything else that's going on?
It reminds me of the road that we went through in the 90s, like when De La Soul would have skits and just things that would weave right into the next song, but it made sense, even from the funny ones to the serious ones. So, you know, but not being a De La Soul style artist, there's no comparison. But they, just the way that they put their album together from, you know, skits to music to, like, again, almost in a book or movie mode. And, you know, that's how we all structure our soundtrack. But, you know, I'm just glad that the newer, younger artists are still pushing that envelope in this day and age with so much stuff being, you know, saturated in our market.
What do you generally think about the development, like musical developments within hip-hop, even though you've always been true to your own lane and not been like experimenting a lot with different styles? I imagine you're someone who says, man, even a Young Thug, even a Rich Homie Quan, there are people that are pushing the culture forward because they're just so creatively strong. What's your view on that?
Yeah, I like this stuff too, you know what I'm saying? I don't make that style, but I like when they make it and I can listen to it, sounds good in the club to dance to, bug out, and then boom, you have, you know, like I said, different things on the shelf. You have sports, fishing, gossip books, fiction, everything, you know, reality shows. There's a lane for every style of music. Ours is more of the traditional style, where it's lyricism, creative beats, scratching, you know, things of that nature. And we come from that era, so for those that want to follow that, we're the ones to turn to. When you want to follow another style, you turn to that, and we do the same thing.
Was there any point in time where you thought, personally thought, about a new trend that was coming your way? Maybe I should jump on that bandwagon, and where you decided against it?
No, I always like to stick with what I'm good at, you know. I might say, oh, check this out. I'm gonna do the beat like they did, you know, just for fun. Yeah, I've done that before. I have a Dilla beat that I said, yo, this is how Dilla would sound if I did it.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that. Everybody from Mantronics to Run DMC to Marley Marl, you know.
Man, I gotta ask that. What's up with the Nas collaborative project that I do not think we're gonna ever hear that.
I always leave it up to the artist because I can't rap. You know, so in order to get the album, he's got to write some songs, and we're not at that stage. So there's so much other music that's up ahead that's gonna be coming out that we're working on aside from that. So whenever he says he's ready, I'm ready. If he never says he's not ready, I'm still ready.
Okay. And what up with you, man? Any new projects that you up to? I mean, you got a lot of side things, Slaughterhouse, you personally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working. We actually just finished the Slaughterhouse-Album.
Okay.
So Just Blaze is mixing that now, as we speak. I'm working on my solo album. I've been doing I used pretty much the most of June to record like the bulk of my solo stuff. So that's a lot of the heavy lifting for that is pretty much done. You know what I mean? And we're looking to get back in probably sometime in the summer to maybe start working on the second PRhyme project. So, you know, my thing now is just gonna be to just keep releasing a lot of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of different projects coming from all different angles and just keep shit exciting. You know what I mean?
And the Slaughterhouse album, when can we expect that to drop?
Hopefully, yeah, definitely this year. Definitely this year. Everything that I just named, hopefully, by the grace of God, will be this year. You know what I mean?
That's a lot.
That should be early fall, maybe. Early fall. Hopefully.
And Just Blaze produced all of it, or just?
No, he's executive producing it.
Okay.
It's gonna be Just Blaze, Arab Music, Justice League, my man Cardiac, Jalil Beats. Damn, I know I'm forgetting somebody. A whole bunch of producers, pretty much.
Was it different this time around? Because I remember Just was saying in an interview that the last album that he wasn't part of, it was kind of you Slaughterhouse guys just sending parts around. And did you get in the studio this time?
Yeah, we worked a lot with each other. We spent probably a month, probably 2 months, two months and two different times.
Okay.
With each other. Little bit of sending around, you know, because you got 4 different guys, 4 different schedules. But for the most part, most of it was done together, all together with producers and MCs all together in the same room.
All right, man. I appreciate very much the time that you took for us. I mean, 2 legends in the rap game. What could you ask more for it? Thanks for your performance, man, and have fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.